There's our friends. Happy fall. Welcome and good morning, or whatever time zone you're in. So lovely to have you with us as we celebrate the autumnal equinox, continuing from last evening's energy, and we'll continue to build a collective energy that helps support our individual intentions moving forward in this new season, as well as our entire group of friends. So.
Happy fall, happy equinox. I'm just putting on some frankincense, and I'm just letting it kind of waft around me and over my head. It feels really nice. Yeah, it feels really good. Just intentional practices in this very poignant time to keep ourselves in harmony and in balance and in alignment with all that is. And we are so happy you are here celebrating, choosing to spend your time with us, with each other, and to celebrate the fall equinox, to mark this occasion.
As always, if you have questions or comments, feel free to unmute yourself at any time or jot those in the chat. Of course, when we're moving and we're a little further away from the screen, Jake has something to say.
He has something to say. He always does.
He's like, I want to play now.
You guys, we're usually hanging out right now.
We're in this room. We know it's time for good chi, so we'll continue to build good chi today. This morning's session, a great time to luxuriate into about an hour of healing practices. A little distracting.
Thank you.
And we'll do a little qigong in a moment, but let's create some sacred space again using light and sound. If you have your own sound maker, feel free to have that available. If you have something to light, a candle, incense, sage, a lamp, feel free to join us with that. And I think today we were going to share a couple items, and one is one of our favorite yoga affirmations.
Or mantras. Yeah.
And a mantra is simply, man from Sanskrit means mind, tra is tool. It's a tool for your mind to focus your intention. And I really love the intention around this one.
Yes, me too.
So
we're going to put it up for you so that you have it.
Yeah.
So what we like to do is we're going to light the candle. I'll read the translation of it to you, kind of offer it to you as a blessing. And then we can repeat the mantra together 3 times. So he's got it going here.
Yeah, some of you, if you've practiced yoga before, you might be familiar with this. I'll let Nicole explain.
Just so that you know the sound of it, it's Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. So we'll repeat that 3 different times. Use it as a prayer, an invocation, a blessing.
An intention, a way for us to bring our collective energy together and continue to build and harness with the energies that are shifting around in nature.
Yes.
And the meaning too, I think, is worth emphasizing. May all beings be happy and free.
I'm going to say that right now.
Oh, you're going to do that now?
That's what I'm going to do, if you were listening.
No, I wasn't.
No, he's got his own plan.
I didn't know your plan, actually.
Yes, well, I just said it. I'm going to light the candle. I'm going to say the invocation in
English.
In English.
Now I understand.
And as a prayer and a blessing for each of us.
Yes. Sometimes I need to hear things more than once.
And then we'll repeat it together 3 times. The actual Loka Samasta.
The Sanskrit version.
The Sanskrit version afterwards.
I'm caught up now.
Thank you.
Thanks for explaining more than once.
Well, it's a different kind of morning here at the Reeds.
Yeah.
The clouds are out. It's gray. We even got a few raindrops on our head this morning as a symbol, and we even saw a rainbow today.
Yeah. So lots of signs from nature. When we get open and willing to look for how Nicole mentioned pronoia, how the universe is conspiring in our favor, they abound. So
yeah, the signs and symbols abound for sure. All right. So if you'd like to, you can light your candle with me, and you can say the prayer, the blessing to yourself. You can just listen to it,
or you can say aloud with Nicole.
Yeah. So may all beings be happy and free.
All beings be happy and free.
And may the thoughts, words, and actions of my own life.
And may the thoughts, words, and actions of my own life
contribute in some way to the happiness and freedom to all.
Contribute to the happiness and freedom for all.
Yes. And then we'll repeat 3 times the Sanskrit translation. Loka. Oh, we're going to sing it. All right. Let's sing it, Heath.
So, Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu.
And let's pause for about 2 or 3 breaths here and just noticing. I'm just going to repeat that same. May all beings be happy and free. And may the thoughts, words, and actions of my own life contribute in some way to the happiness and freedom for all.
That feels good.
Yeah, and the light in me honors and acknowledges and sees the light in you. Yay.
Beautiful.
What a great way to start.
Good idea, Nicole. I'm glad you had that come to you this morning.
And I always like to use a little essential oil before I do that, as a little smellies, engage more of my senses in the moment, pull me in different ways. And I love frankincense at this time of year. And again, any kind of essential oils that open your lungs are going to be really beneficial for this time of year. So peppermint, eucalyptus, rosemary.
All really fortifying tea tree. And for me personally, I don't usually wear a lot of jewelry, but anything that is of mineral nature, the metal phase we're moving into. So if you have some gemstones, you have some crystals, maybe you have some rings or jewelry, this can all help hold the container with that symbolic, energetic element from nature, can help be like an anchor, a beacon.
Or like a magnet.
Yes.
A magnet for the good chi. So we keep the bad chi away, the pernicious, pathogenic chi out of our space. And only the good chi, we invite the good chi in. We become magnets, absorbers.
Just say no to bad chi.
That's right. We become like absorbers for good chi with the metal. And we're both wearing our grays and our whites, which is metally colors.
These all harmonize lungs, large intestine, keep our especially immune system fortified. That's one of the most imperative things.
Yes.
And before we do our Qigong practice here in a couple moments, last night we were speaking about different world traditions around this time of year, and I shared the story of Demeter and her daughter Persephone, and how the goddess of harvest had an impact, and from the Greek tradition in the Mediterranean. But today I wanted to share something from the Western Hemisphere, from the ancient Mayan culture. And this incredible pyramid, I'm going to show you in a moment. This pyramid was built around the 6th century.
600 AD.
Yeah. And with no wheels, they moved these huge slabs of stone. And these ancient Mayans were experts at astronomy. Not only could they figure out when the seasons to plant and harvest, and all these kinds of guidelines of which constellations were reflecting on which parts of the planet, but they were able to figure out how to build and arrange this pyramid in such a way that at both equinox, the vernal in the spring and the autumnal here in fall, that something with the solar, the celestial bodies in the heavens would impact the earth in such a way and commingle those energies of earth and heaven. So I want to share a couple images I found when I was searching around. This is from the temple is called Chichen Itza, and excuse my mispronunciation, but it's super, super cool. And so every equinox, for about
fall and spring,
about 2 to 5 days, the light as it casts along the sides of the steps here. You'll see this is from the Smithsonian. This is kind of a time-lapse sped up version. And for the couple days leading up to and a couple days following, you'll see that the light transfigures along the staircase of this ancient pyramid and begins to create the shape of the serpent, Kukulkan.
You could see the head of the serpent.
Yeah, here's the head. I like how Nicole pointed on the screen.
With my finger.
With your finger. And she said, here it is.
No, you guys didn't see that. Sorry about that.
But super cool that this, and so in this tradition, in this ancient tradition, the serpent, I wanted to try another video too.
Oh, okay.
The serpent is the vessel or the carrier of celestial bodies. So the divine coming down the staircase from the heavens. So this was also in unison with the planting of both the planting of the seed of the harvest, in the spring. Yes. So this was the sign from the gods. It's now time to plant. And then during this time, it's time to harvest.
Let's gather. Let's gather all our fruits.
Yeah.
The fruits of our labors.
So we're going to continue with these themes of harvesting. What are we growing? What are we growing into? What's ripening within us? What's unripe that hasn't ripened?
That wants to ripe.
Yeah, and continuing on the curiosity around harvesting, also letting go as the trees withdraw their energy from the branches and the leaves fall. What are we shedding? What are we shaking off, like the skin of the snake? What are we metamorphosizing? What are we transforming? And also something really specific to the energy of alchemy, which is the archetype according to 5-element theory and traditional Chinese medicine. The alchemist transforming lead into gold, transforming maybe things that aren't quite ripe into usable, serviceable, powerful, positive, impactful resources. And so the quality of discernment, of separating the wheat from the chaff, about recognizing what is mine to do and what's not mine to do are big questions around this time of year as we move forward. So I'll just drop those little themes of harvesting, letting go, and discerning as we do some Qigong.
Yeah, let's alchemicalize. And this Qigong focus will be more on tonifying, strengthening. So last night we did more of a purging, clearing, making space for the good Qi to circulate. And now we're gonna kind of build it up, tonify it, strengthen our Qi.
Okay, so we'll invite you to come standing.
Here we go.
We're going to move our camera back and make some space in our space. Here we are.
Which right behind you?
Thank you. All right. Are you going to lead us? Or?
I can. Sure.
Okay. Good deal. Good deal. I might bring our little notes a little closer to us so I can see a little better.
Okay.
Is that good?
Yeah.
All right. Great.
All right, so finding a nice space around you, feet a little wider than hip width apart. And we're gonna start to, I'm just gonna adjust the camera first. We're gonna start to, let's twist. You want enough space around that you can start to twist. Ooh, dropping things, all right.
Let me go. Let me go.
Fallen leaves.
Another quality for metal types is perfectionism, which can sometimes get
in the way.
In the way. So,
it can make things a little longer. So we're creating a little space in our waistline, just start to activate our dantian, our felt chi, our felt line chi, this like
extraordinary,
yes, meridian that wraps around our waistline that we can wake up with this nice little opening and twisting into our spine. And then you can always scoop. There we go. All right. So now we're gonna tap. You want to tap the back of your body, little Mingmen point in your low back, opening up powerful Jing energy essence.
So somewhere around your lumbar, if you can access that area.
And then we can start to bring the front hand to the top of the chest, to the lung 1 point. And then you're going to pause.
Right up in that shoulder crease.
All right, right at that shoulder's nest. Right at the front of the shoulder. Nice tapping. So tapping the front and the back. Connecting the kidneys with your lungs. The kidneys grab the breath. They kind of cool the breath down, help us alchemicalize, absorb the good chi, the energy from our breath. So inhaling through your nose and exhaling through the open mouth, soft jaw. Let's do 3 more breaths here. Waking up these powerful points in our body. Waking up to fall. 1 more inhale, 1 more exhale.
What are we gathering, harvesting, letting go, and discerning?
And then let's slow it down. We'll pause, take a moment, notice how that feels in your body. Oh, a little activation, a little tingles, a little stimulation, a little more blood awakening.
Great bears.
All right, little great bear. I'm just going to bring my feet just a little closer together, just heel toe maybe 1 step. I'm going to bring my palms in towards my waistline, right close to my ribs here. And with my palms are up, I'm going to press my palms away and press my tailbone behind me, reaching both directions at the same time. And then swim around my arms back to start. So I'm going to press away, exhale. Then I'm going to gather, inhale, bring it into my center. And then exhale. And then gather. See if you can balance yourself as you bring your tailbone back, hands forward, and then arms wrap around. This is the great bear swimming.
Medical Qigong helps us to anchor into our earth element, beginning to get a little activation in our legs.
And earth nourishes metal.
And we're also working with the animal frolic of the water element. The bear helps us to feel rooted and grounded, even when times are a-changing.
So feeling the strength and the power of your great bear swimming through the lake. Great bear swimming.
Feel the power and ease, qualities, courage, confidence, power and ease of the autumnal energies.
Few more, just like this, letting your mind forget the movement, sink into and be with your breath. And then let's reverse it. So we're just going to bring your hands back in towards your midline. And then swim out around. Bring it back in. Pull it in. Swim around. Gather. Inhale. Exhale. So this is, I don't know, great bear doing the backstroke. Pulling all that salmon towards you. All that ripened fruit. Few more just like this.
Maybe there's a particular mantra you'd like to add to your practice, a healing intention. You could inhale, let, exhale, go, or harvesting, enjoying, loving, clearing, relishing. Really bodify, get a verb that you can bodify with your attention, intention, and your body movement.
Let's do 2 more here, 2 more big breaths. And then pause, notice how that feels in your body. Here we go. So now we're going to stimulate the lung meridian. We're going to stimulate the lung. Lung travels down from your lung 1, from your shoulder well, from the corner of your shoulder, your armpit, all the way down the inside of the arm, out that thumb. And you can even pull out the thumb. Let's trace that a couple times, just like that. Tapping, pulling out, not tapping it. We'll just kind of trace and pull out. Let that go. Let's do that for the other side 3 times, tracing that inside line, letting go of any blockages, stagnation that might live on that line. Let it go.
In fact, that very first point on lung translates in Chinese medicine as letting go.
That's our letting go point, yeah. Let's begin to do,
wiggle?
Thumb wiggles? All right, let's thumb wiggle. So we're going to wiggle our thumbs to help even stimulate that chi, the energy that's flowing through those meridians even more. So we're going to inhale. Let's take it back. Nice back extension. Wiggle your thumb. And then exhale. Let's take a forward fold. Reach the arms back and up behind you. And again, wiggle your thumbs. So we're going to inhale. Big breath. Nice extension, gentle and kind. Exhale, forward fold.
Wiggle the thumb.
Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle.
So the meridians connect, of course, around the inside of the body, the anatomical organ, and then it exits to the flesh where we can help stimulate and access it with things like qigong or acupressure, acupuncture. Here we're helping to fortify our lung energy. What inspires you? What are you ready to release and let go of? Maybe connecting, if you crafted the healing intention for you today, connect that to your breath.
And let's see if you can take it a little deeper for last 3 breaths. Inhaling, how deep can you take this with a friendly forward fold, friendly extension. Your breath growing bigger and bigger each time. Last round. Oh yeah, biggest breath of the day, nice. And back out to start. Let's take care of that lung meridian just a little bit more.
Yeah, we'll connect with the lung and the large intestine channel.
I hear it.
And we'll start just right at lung 1. So that's that letting go point. You could use soft fingers. You could tap with your knuckles. You could use like the OK sign.
You could do a little beak.
And you're right inside the shoulder crease. If you know anterior deltoid or coracoid process, you're right over the coracoid process of pec minor, or you're just medial to the anterior deltoid. So lung 1, letting go. Give that a little extra juice.
And a little purging breath.
Exhale out an open mouth.
Let's tap out that line, down the inside of that arm.
You're on the thumb side, the radial side of the arm.
Getting all the way to the thumb. And then we're going to turn the hand over and we're going to come up the large intestine, along with the pointer finger, in line with your pointer.
Now when we get to the elbow crease, we're going to pause, keep tapping, but pause over that spot.
Large intestine 11.
Yeah, this is really good for our immune system. If it's achy or sore, if you feel any achy, sore places, it's indicated to spend a little more time there. And then we'll go ahead.
This is like a let the bird out of the house?
Yeah, we're releasing the bird. So that energy that gets stuck in our body, that acquired chi, this is a way to help clear out that accumulated stress, tension, or other people's stuff that doesn't belong to us.
All right, let's wrap it around one more time. Pause again at lung 1, big breath in. Exhale, open mouth. Down the inside of the arm. Up the outside. Pause at the lung 11, large intestine 11. Big breath here. A gray mist coming out your mouth. One more time, Keith, or you guys like it?
I think that's good.
All right, let's do it to the other side. Lung one on the opposite side. Opposite side. Big breath in. Purging breath. Down the inside of the arm.
You know, instead of tapping, you could always just simply soothe or smooth, trace your arm.
Pause at the elbow.
Or you could always massage if you wanted to pause or just rub an area. Anything that your intuition is leading you to do. Give yourself the gift of
what
your body intelligence is requesting.
Tap it down. Have it back up. Pause. Large intestine 11. Purging breath. And bring it up around.
Nice. Let's bring our hands over our lungs.
Ooh, yeah.
Pausing here, you can either hover over your chest or contact directly to your chest.
Yeah, one nice thing to do is to inhale, hands off your chest. Mirroring your breath, and on the exhale, bring your hands back to your lungs. Contact your body. And then back and forth like that, inhaling.
You're expanding your energy, your lung energy, your chi energy. And then you're concentralizing it as you let go of what you don't need on the out-breath.
This time I'd like for you to breathe in through your nose and out through your nose as you strengthen your lung chi. Keep that chi circulating in. And maybe we can start to smile. Let's start to smile to your lungs. All the cells circulating in your lungs, the front, the sides, the back, the tops, the bottoms.
You can envision that harmonizing, healing color. Beautiful white light expanding. And maybe imagine any tension, stress, debris, resistance that you don't need, letting go in a gray mist or fog as you exhale.
Let's add our healing sound for the lungs. Inhale. The healing sound for your lungs is a SC breath or S breath. Gonna inhale big and see it out.
Like air coming out of a tire. Exhale, exhale, exhale. And as you do this breath, affirm with your inner smile and your attitude, I love my lungs. Breathe in a way, smile in a way, contact your body, contact your lungs, your attention in such a way that you are a living, breathing, moving embodiment of loving your lungs, loving your breathing. Maybe as you smile into your lungs, you can even begin to imagine your lungs smiling at you. Even beginning to soften up the grip or grasp around any energy, any emotions, memories, or experiences of grief, sadness, sorrow, depression. We'll use the sound, we'll use the color, our intention to help soften the attachment to those experiences of loss. Doesn't mean we get rid of it, we're just helping to alchemicalize, transform those feelings of loss, grief, sadness, so that we can begin to receive the harmonizing qualities of courage. Maybe inwardly affirm as you make the sound, breathe, move. I am courageous. I am powerful. Don't just repeat the words. Feel the meaning behind the quality, the energy behind the meaning. I feel at ease. I feel powerful. the power of the mighty tree, even as things begin to shed and fall away, knowing that we will survive through the winter into another spring and summer again. I am powerful, courageous, confident, and at ease.
And it's in these standing meditative postures that we begin to build our chi, build our energy, especially right here in our lungs.
You can even use the metaphor of the metal element and imagine your lungs are like beautiful crystal caverns or crystal castles and configurations, architecture, gorgeous quartz, clear crystal, all the minerals in your body, in your bones, in your cells, crystalline, lighting, reflecting.
Like a geode.
Yeah. Oh, I like that. Yeah, I just imagine my heart is a geode and my liver is another colored geode. Beautiful. How about we do a little qigong for our wei qi? Do you want to do the protection cross?
So what we're going to do is we're going to begin to float our hands like a crisscross. Our wrists will crisscross in front of our lower belly, and then they'll rise up and pass across our face and then back down. Bend the knees as you exhale and come down. Straighten the legs without locking your knees, and let your hands come across in front of your face. And we'll do this a few times, exhaling down. Inhaling up. This is the protection cross for the lungs, for the large intestine, and for our skin, for our auric field. So we're starting to build and strengthen the energy field that surrounds us and protects us. We can start to visualize and imagine you creating this force field of light. And it could be a white light, it could be a golden light, whatever color is coming up for you, your crystalline geode shining from the inside out, building a protective shield every time you go around, getting a little stronger, a little brighter, a little more clarified.
Maybe even a little larger.
Yeah, so we can start to bring this up over our head a little bit. We can even start to, let's lean it. So we're gonna inhale and lean, exhale to the right, down, inhale, center. Exhale to the left.
Try to push your seat back so you're not just dropping your knee forward, but try to feel like your sit bones go back. Push your seat back behind you. Try not to let your knee bend past the front of your toes. You can always add that harmonizing color for sound for the season with that sea breath. Plugging in with your healing intention.
And letting your wrists lead the way and letting your hands be relaxed. Feeling the space around you, opening to feel the space around you. One more time to the opposite side. And one more time, right up through center. Now we're going to begin to float our hands wide. Inhale with our breath. And exhale, bring our hands close together so that they kind of wrap around your chi ball, your energy ball, right in front of your dantian, your belly. So we'll inhale, open the banner, expand the accordion. Exhale, shrink the accordion, condense the chi, condense the light. So inhaling, expanding light, breathing it into all your cells throughout your body. Exhaling, condensing right in front of your lower belly, your dantian, your sea of chi.
If you want to spend a little more emphasis with your breath in the tonifying, the strengthening, continue your nose breathing rather than exhaling out of open mouth. The open mouth exhale is great for purging and letting go. And if you want to continue with that, do so.
But to tonify and strengthen, we can emphasize inhaling through the nose and exhaling through your nose.
You can still make the C sound with your vocal cords, but it won't be as resonant. So it'll sound like a sub-audible kind of C sound with your lips closed. So you can still make that sound. You just might not hear it. Might sound a little like that breathing victorious breath in yoga, like the Darth Vader breath.
And starting to make your breath a little smaller. Feeling the space between your hands. Your hands open like magnets, your feet open like magnets. And you have this nice little ball right in front of your belly. And take a nice breath in. And on the exhale, you're going to tap the edges as if you could tap the edge of that ball 3 times. And exhale. And then we're going to roll the ball right in front of your belly. Doesn't matter which way, you're going to come to the edges. Inhale. Exhale and tap the ball 3 times. Starting, and then roll it again another way, another direction. Inhale. Tap your ball 3 times. And now begin to just roll the ball in front of your belly. As if you could roll and feel the edges of your energy, an extension of your life force. Right here, fortifying, building, strengthening, glowing in between your palms and throughout your hands, your arms, your chest, your belly, your feet, all the way down to your feet and through your legs. Feeling yourself breathing easy, moving easily, relaxing the shoulders, softening your jaw.
In other traditions, there's not they have elemental science or traditions of medicine, but they don't have metal, but they have air. So in other traditions like Ayurveda and a lot of indigenous peoples, air is also associated with metal. So feel the air, feel how your hands move through that space. Feel the either electricity or the magnetism in and around this chi ball.
One more inhale, one more exhale. And then pausing that chi ball, your energy, right in front of your lower belly. Big breath here. On the exhale, place that energy right into your lower dantian, your sea of chi. Absorb and fill yourself filling with light. Dantian breathing, breathe into your palms. And then exhale, let the breath come all the way to your spine. Still in through the nose, out through your nose. Two more breaths just like this. Soft knees. Smiling to your belly. And then let's wake. It's not already waking, it's going to get waking even some more. Let's tap, tap, tap that lower belly. Tap, tap, tap. And then let's tap around. Let's wake up that large intestine some more. Let's go around that cycle, up the right, across the center, down the left. And we can add a little bit of a purging breath here. Inhale through the nose. Let's see it out, or exhale through an open mouth. You choose. One more round. And then pausing both hands, let's massage the large intestine, the big, one of our biggest symbols of letting go in the body.
Let's go all that material waste.
Absorbs all the remaining water out of the food you eat. A big house of healthy microbiome. Thank you.
Yeah. All the probiotics, those healthy, good bacteria that work synergistically with us, and all the great prebiotics that we eat, like garlic and onion and fermented food. Yeah, things that are fermented. These are the prebiotics are food for the probiotics. So it's important that we have a nice balance of plant-based diets, help feed that good bacteria.
Smiling to your belly. Rub your belly like you love your belly.
Even affirm, I love my belly.
I love my belly.
I love my belly. And if you're not quite there, you can add the word choose. I choose to love my belly.
Ooh, I choose to love my belly. And I love my large intestine.
I love my large intestine.
Thank you, large intestine.
Does so much work without me lifting a finger. Thank goodness. I love my large intestine.
And making that circle a little smaller and smaller until you can rest right over your lower belly, or even right over your navel if you like.
Yeah.
Yeah, so then we're going to bring our palm resting in palm and thumbs coming together. Nice little cosmic mudra. We're going to hold right in front of your lower belly. And we're going to emphasize this cosmic mudra. We're going to create a nice little circle. It's going to circle where our mind goes. The chi, the energy, the breath, the blood flows. So we're going to create a nice big spiraling circle in front of your belly, holding this cosmic mudra.
Like you're swirling the chi around your core, around your center. But you're also expanding and growing it.
And for some reason, I'm thinking of our meditation prayer that we say almost daily. I'm just going to throw it in here. May I abide in well-being. Do you remember?
Yeah, may I abide in well-being, in freedom from hostility, in freedom from ill will.
Anxiety and ill will.
Freedom from anxiety. I guess we say it a little different.
Yeah, we do. I guess so.
May I be released from all suffering, and may I not be parted from the good fortunes I have attained. And let's do one more version with the we.
Yes.
May we abide in well-being, in freedom from hostility, in freedom from anxiety, in freedom from ill will. And may we maintain our well-being within ourselves. May we be released from all suffering, and may we not be parted from the good fortunes we have attained.
We'll pause our cosmic mudra right in front of our belly. 3 breaths here, soft shoulders, soft jaw. Ease and flow of your breath, circulating in, circulating out, smiling into your hands, into your belly, into your lungs. Smiling to nature, to the cosmos, to the universe, all around you, swirling, spinning, spiraling, all around you and through you. You are a conduit. I am a conduit of energy.
Extending your smile and radiance to all creatures, all beings, into the human ideal of love. Let that energy crack you open from the inside out, overflow, fill you so it brims over.
And if there's one person or one thing or one being, one life form that comes to mind, send your light, your love, your breath in their direction now.
You might not even know them. but choose someone to be generous, because in order to give, we need to be abundant in that which we give. And as we give, that energy moves through us. Feel the benefit of mutual generosity.
Of mutual beneficiality. Smiling to your friend, and to yourself. Interlacing thumbs over the belly, touching your belly one more time, bringing palms together. Let's bring that stillness, that energy that you created, let's settle it into your body, into your belly.
You can step your feet together if you haven't done so.
And again, like a bamboo swaying in the wind, stand tall, stand strong, stand easy.
Let that wind that moves through your branches easily release any of those leaves that are ready to go. Appreciate those leaves for all they've given to you, all they've done with you, in support of you, and wish them well as they release and become energy, fodder, compost for new life, new possibilities, as you move forward in your life, your next step.
Oh, thank you, everybody.
Yeah.
Super yummy. I feel happy.
Yeah, really nice. Nice flow, Nicole.
Yeah. So we'll take a few moments for you to get some water.
Let's take like 2-minute break.
Yeah.
So we'll be back in just about 2 minutes. Grab a little water, and we'll wrap up for the last 10 minutes when we see you in a couple. If you have any questions, let us know when we come home back. All right. Oh, here we are. That's us. I don't need to share anything. Here we go. Oh, that felt lovely. That felt really, really
I know.
potent.
I think we went a little longer than we had planned.
Well, it felt so good. We didn't want to stop. But we do want to take the last 10 minutes or so to explore some possibilities for getting really intentional for what's happening now and where we are moving forward, so we can really continue to build and use the good chi that we've been catalyzing.
Oh, building, storing.
Yeah, getting that
fortifying.
momentum.
Are you feeling fortified?
Maybe a little more letting go, a little softer, a little lighter, a little clearer. Hopefully one or more of those attributes are coming into your mindset, into your heart and body.
Yeah,
but,
I feel a little more beaming.
Beaming, yes.
Beaming. Yeah. I'm beaming too. That's my verb right now. I'm feeling myself beaming.
Yeah.
You got a verb?
Dana too. It looks like she's beaming.
I know, is that protraction cross or something? I don't know. There's something about that one.
Cool. Any questions or comments about it? Anything?
So far.
Yeah. Okay, so we'll invite you to get something to write with and write on. If all you have is your keyboard, that's okay, but
we find that it's really helpful, and it kind of connects a different part of our brain when we have the opportunity to connect the pen with the paper, or a pencil with the paper, or a marker with the paper. Yes. So whatever your favorite medium is.
Cool. Is this the first one we're going to? So, and now we're going to talk to you about creating wonder prompts.
Yeah, and we like to do that with a little. Well, let's talk about wonder prompts.
We'll talk about what we're going to do, and then we'll get comfortable in our bodies so we can use our body and our breathing to help facilitate wonder.
Connect it all.
And a lot of times we're taught in such a way that you need to have an answer. And we want to really, as we discussed yesterday, is emphasize or favor curiosity, favor wonder.
Favor the questions and favor the openings.
And so we're going to drop 3 different questions, one at a time, and we're going to ask you to take a good 2 minutes or so with each question.
We'll kind of keep track of time for you.
You know, you might not know what you want to express, and so you don't have to just write words. Maybe you want to draw shapes,
an image,
or
a color.
Yeah, maybe you have different color markers.
Maybe you can express your feeling in scribble scrabbles.
Yeah, maybe you want to answer a different question than the one we give you.
That's true.
But the catalyst, there's going to be a few things involved. So the first is your position. So if you're sitting down, we'd like you to perch yourself, and I'm going to move down to my seat so you can see. I don't want to be all the way in the back of my chair, because that tends to curl my tailbone forward, and I have what we call sad dog tail, tuck tail. I want to come perch to the ledge of my seat so that my sit bones are on the edge, and I have a slight backward facing motion with the tailbone and sit bone. And then I'm going to start to move my pelvis and my tailbone back, and then I'm going to curl it forward. And just begin to rock your pelvis like this. My feet are
I was going to say it helps with your feet too.
Yeah, so my
your feet are touching the ground.
And they are a little wider than my hips. They're probably a little more forward of my knees.
You can face it there.
Sure. Yeah. And so continue to do a little pelvic tilt. It's called anterior pelvic tilt when your tailbone goes backwards, posterior pelvic tilt as you go forwards. And just take your pelvis with a few rocking motions. And this is the very first movement that is found in utero, because the first thing that develops is what's called the neural line, which will become the central nervous system and the brain and spinal cord. And just keep taking some easy movements like this, rocking forward and backward on your pelvis. Inhale as your tailbone goes back, and exhale as your tailbone goes forward. And just get into, your head might move a little, but we're not going for, like in yoga, we do cat-cow, and there's this big rounding in our upper thoracic and cervical. Might be a little movement, shoulders and up, but you really want to accentuate the movement in your hips and pelvis.
Yeah, you just let your head kind of follow along.
And start to make the sound of wonder, which is And especially if you don't know what you want to write, keep dropping in liberal amounts, generous amounts of You
can do this with your eyes open and do it with your eyes closed.
And what we want you to begin to jot down is a short summary of any of your reactions, or maybe you'll have other questions, observation.
Yeah, it's like things that you notice. How does your body respond to the question? What's the first thing that pops up in your mind? How do you continue to think or feel about this question that we toss? We're just going to kind of, like a ball, we're going to toss a question up into the air, and you can catch it and let it and see where it lands, feel where it lands, and then you can begin to write about it.
Yeah, so keep moving and breathing like this. Keep using that deep breath. And I think we want to, do you want to start with this one or this one?
I say.
So,
Well, how about what inspires me the most?
Yeah. What
inspires me the most? And this is a season of inspiration related to the lungs, the inspiration of our breath, every inhale. Feeling the inspiration of what inspires me. And we're just going to spend about 2 or 3 minutes here, and every 15, 20 seconds we'll re-toss the question out there for you.
What most inspires me? You can maybe move your head about, you can move your shoulders. If you're looking for some inspiration, you can even get your arms involved with the little yes breath, arcing and rounding your hips and pelvis.
What inspires me the most?
Jot down any body sensations, any thoughts, any occurrences, or any other questions, or shapes or images.
Just one more time. What most inspires me? And returning to the movement if you've lost it.
Yeah, especially if you don't know what to express or write, adding that movement and that generous breath sometimes helps open up our lines, helps unkink the hose of our expression. So if you want to explore more on that question, keep floating that question. Otherwise, we're going to float a second question.
Yeah.
This is a little longer one. What are the unripe qualities in myself that I am ripening?
And keep your body moving, keep your body in flow, feeling your breath. Can you say that question again?
Yeah. What are the unripe qualities in myself that I'm ripening? What are the unripe qualities in myself that I am ripening? Another 30 seconds or so. Continue to move if you pause in your movement. And it could be more asymmetrical. It could be a little side to side.
A little shoulder action if that feels good to you.
What are the unripe qualities in myself that I'm ripening?
Where do you experience that in your body? How do you experience that in your body?
Are there sensations? Are there thoughts? Do people, places, or things come to mind? One more time. What are the unripe qualities within myself that I am ripening?
A little transitional breath. We're going to get one more question in. One more question here. Still floating, still moving with your breath, feeling the ease and flow as you consider, as we toss over, what do I most want to contribute during my time on Earth?
What do I most want to contribute with my time left on Earth? It's a very contemplative question, very yin, moving on the yin side.
What do I most want to contribute during my time on Earth?
Anything that comes up, just jot it down. There's no right or wrong, good or bad. This is just for your noticing. We'll invite you to float that question a couple more times.
What do I most want to contribute during my time on Earth? Yeah, maybe you need to open the arms up for that. I like that.
I want to make some more room behind my heart and on the side of my lungs. Receive that inspiration of breath. What do I most want to contribute with my time left on Earth? 3 more deep breaths coming in for landing, jotting down anything else that occurs to you.
Yum.
Feel free to keep that movement going.
Or find a still point what feels good to you. Yeah, keeping that movement going sounds really nice, Heath, actually, to me too.
And we had about 50 wonder prompts before we started. So we took that brief pause to see what are the 3 right now that we're feeling that are ripening.
And one thing we would, if you'd like, between now and our next coming together
at 4:30. I goofed up the time yesterday, but 4:30 is our next session.
4:30 our next
Pacific
section.
time.
Next time, between now and then, if you'd like to, you can float and play with these questions for the rest of your time. Maybe even carve out a little more time where you just do a little 3 or 5, or maybe even a long, expansive 10-minute time. Put the timer on
one or more of those questions.
One question, and refloat that question up for every 15 to 20 seconds, every 3 breaths or so, and see what happens. See what you discover, what you uncover, what you are able to
fluff up,
reveal
to the surface.
Yourself.
Yeah,
you never know.
From your essence, from your core, to be revealed.
We've been surprised and delighted by our own responses to some of these questions.
Yeah, sometimes the critical mind will speak up first and loudest, and that's why sometimes it takes a good 3, 5, 7, 10 minutes before the antidote to criticism's curiosity, before the curious mind, before you get to Wonderstorm. So feel free to play with those for the interim.
Yeah, because I think our time's up, is it?
Yeah, that's such a quick hour. My goodness. If there's anything else you'd like to share, we'll leave an extra couple minutes here to acknowledge.
Yeah, let's open up the gallery for a moment. I'm going to open it up. If you'd like to, you can put your camera on. You can unmute yourself. You have control over that. And if you'd like to share what you've noticed, and I think we'll leave the candle on.
Okay, we got to keep the candle going.
Until the next time we meet, until after we meet again, since we're meeting today again.
Yeah.
And I think we'll do this thingy with at the end.
Okay, perfect.
Alrighty.
Love it. All right. Kitty, did you unmute? Did you have anything? Okay.
Nope.
Anybody else share anything? Okay.
I'm good. Dana, anything you want to say or share?
Okay, wonderful. And I see Jules.
Thank you. Wait, she's talking. Oh, we're just getting lovely hands. Just send some chi vibes.
Thanks for the good chi. We'll see you all. And a little rattle. Yeah, very cool. Until we meet again.
Until we meet again. We'll see you at 4:30.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Keep that retreat energy going.